Bahati, until you pull down that video that you posted.
You won't believe what just went down between Diana Bahati and Bahati.
So let's respect value. Let's respect family.
She's calling Bahati out, forcing him to pull down the controversial video. And trust me, the reason why will leave you speechless.
I put up a post yesterday, and people think that I did a statement for Kiki, for clout, or for whatever reasons. Bahati, until you pull down that video that you posted yesterday, let's respect value. Let's respect family. Until you pull down that video is when you're gonna have unajua we nini, but for now, get serious with life. Haimanishi kama siku kuwa kwa sex, you can go and do what you want to do.
Let's stop the drama.
But that is not all. Wait until you hear Diana Bahati's emotional confession.
Who has the drama? Siku kuja set. So you come. By the way, guys, I have not watched the video. I saw a poster.
Babe,
and
if
I was
you want
like,
to talk to guys, you'll record your own video. This is a promo. Guys,
I will be there.
Guys, we will be in Makueni. It's Bahati and Diana B. We will be performing in Makueni Water this weekend.
She reveals she was never on set during the video shoot, and with raw emotion, she admits she feels completely disrespected. Diana insists that this isn't clout, it's real pain.
I put up a post yesterday, and people think that I did a statement for Kiki, for clout.
Real disappointment and a brutal attack on what she's calling family values. And here is the twist. Diana Bahati hasn't even watched the video herself. Yet the truth she just dropped might change everything for Bahati's career. Stick around because the revelations coming next are more explosive than you think. On October 1st of 2025, a date that will go down in Kenyan entertainment history, Bahati, a gospel-turned secular artist, dropped his highly anticipated comeback song titled Seti. After taking a year-long break from music, the internet was buzzing, fans were excited, and everyone was ready for the return of one of the biggest musical talents.
Let's respect value. Let's respect family. Until you pull down that video is when you're gonna have unajua we nini, but for now, get serious with life.
But here is where things took a turn nobody expected. Within hours of the video dropping, something unprecedented happened. The video went viral, but not for the reasons that Bahati probably hoped for.
Bahati Kenya, you are playing with fire. Let me tell you, hiyo awadulinu pale ukasema God I will never leave you, itakufuata. Hizi vitu unaendelea kupost on social media hapa ukiwa kama demo. Let me tell you, you will pay. I'm telling you, you'll pay. You don't play with God. You don't mock the Holy Spirit. Ati leo una post matanyeza mademo kwa Instagram, then tena unakuja una post verse ya song ya gospel ukisema ati you love gospel. I'm telling you the truth. But ulitoka gospel.
The content was explicit. The imagery was provocative. Bahati was wearing heels. There were vixens dancing in ways that had parents covering their children's eyes. And then came the statement from Diana Bahati, the woman who had stood by her husband through thick and thin, the entrepreneur, the mother and a brand ambassador, the woman who has built an empire on family values and authenticity. She said nothing at first. Fans started questioning, where is Diana? What does Diana think about this? Is she okay with this direction? The speculation was intense. The comments were flooding in. People were taking sides, and then, when everyone thought that maybe this was all planned, maybe this was just another publicity stunt from the Bahati family, Diana spoke. On her public statement, Diana went on to emphasize her commitment to her personal ventures, her business, her partnerships, her brand. She made it crystal clear that her priorities remain aligned with the people and companies that trust her. She stated that this requires her to carry herself in a way that reflects her values and her principles. Diana Bahati came forward with an emotional follow-up that left no room for doubt. She looked directly into the camera and you could see it in her eyes. This was real. This was raw. This was a woman who had been deeply hurt and disappointed. She confronted something that many had suspected but nobody wanted to believe. Diana was not on on set during the filming of the Seti music video. Let that sink in for a moment. The woman who had been featured in countless Bahati projects, the woman who has the face of the family's brand, the woman who had stood beside him through every musical evolution, wasn't there. Diana emotionally told Bahati in front of millions of views, "That is so wrong." 3 simple words that carried the weight of 1,000 arguments. And then she added something that cut even deeper. She told Bahati that he does not respect family values. But Diana wasn't done. She admitted something that broke hearts across social media. She has said that she was completely disappointed, but not angry, not furious, just disappointed. And if you understand the depth of that word, you know that disappointment cuts deeper than anger. And here is the kicker. Diana admits that she hasn't even watched the full video. Her own husband's comeback project, his return to music after a year, and she can't even bring herself to watch it. That's how deep this goes. That's how much this affected her. But why did this hurt Diana so much? What was it about this video that crossed the line? Stay with me because we're about to break down exactly what was in that Seti video that caused the massive rift. But now, here is where things get really interesting. Diana's public announcement and emotional revelation didn't just create internet buzz, it forced Bahati to actually take action. Reports started circulating that Bahati had to pull down certain content, that he had to address the situation, that he could just ignore the fact that his own wife and publicity distanced herself from his music. Think about the position this put Bahati in. The pressure was immense. Fans were demanding Bahati to address the situation. Brand partners were likely calling, family members were probably weighing in, and the entire Bahati empire was potentially at stake. And here is what makes Diana's move so powerful. She didn't just have a conversation behind closed doors. She made a public statement. She put it out there for everyone to see that she drew a line in the sand. This wasn't about airing dirty laundry. This was about protecting her brand, her businesses, her partnerships, and her family. Diana has worked with major companies. She has endorsement deals. She has her own ventures that depend on her maintaining a certain image. Let's get to the heart of why this matters so much. Because beneath all the drama, beneath all the business talk, beneath all the social media buzz, this is a story about a family. Diana's emotional statement about family values is not just about the video. It is about what the video represents. It is about the message it sends to the children. It was about the example it sets to the millions of young people who look up to them. The Bahati family has built their empire on being relatable, on showing the ups and downs of family life, on being very transparent about their journey. Their Netflix reality show gave fans an inside look at their lives. Their YouTube channel showed the beautiful and the challenging moments, while their social media presence made people feel like they were part of the family. But with that level of transparency comes responsibility. When you positioned yourself as a family brand, when you have made your children part of your public persona, when you have invited the world into your home, you have to be mindful of the messages you send. Diana understands this. She gets that every decision has ripple effects. That she and Bahati do today will impact their children's lives tomorrow. And that is why her disappointment runs so deep. This isn't about being controlling. This isn't about stifling creativity. This is about protecting what they have built together. And this is about ensuring that the values they claim to hold are actually reflected in their actions. Think about the children, Morgan, Heaven, Majesty, Malaika, and Mweni. These kids are growing up in the public eye. They are seeing everything their parents do. They are hearing the comments. They are reading the reactions. What message does it send when dad releases explicit content while mom has to publicly distance herself? Diana's emotional admission that she was disappointed speaks volumes. It tells us that this hurt her deeply, that she felt betrayed, not necessarily by Bahati as a person, but by the choice he made without considering how it would affect her, their children, and everything they had worked for. And the fact that she hasn't watched the video, that's very powerful. And that statement in itself, it says, I do not need to see it to know how it goes against what I stand for. It says, I've had enough to know this isn't aligned with my values. It says, I am drawing a boundary and I am sticking to it. But here's what I respect about Diana's approach. She didn't make this about attacking Bahati as a person. She made it about the decision, about the direction, and about the choices. The situation between Diana Bahati and Bahati is still unfolding. Only time will tell how this affects their relationship, their individual brands and their family dynamics. But one thing is certain, Diana has shown that she's not afraid to stand up for what she believes in. If it means going against her own husband, this is a lesson for all of us. Whether you are in the public eye or living a private life, the principles are the same. Know your values, protect your brand, stand up for what matters, and don't be afraid to draw boundaries, even with the people you love most. Diana Bahati has spoken. She made her position clear. She has shown the world that she is a force to be reckoned with, and regardless of what happens next, she has earned respect for having the courage to speak the truth. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure you are subscribed to this channel because we'll be following this story as it develops. Drop a comment below telling me what you think. Team Diana B or Team Bahati? Can they reconcile their professional differences? Should artistic freedom trump family values? Let's discuss on the comment section. And remember, in a world where everyone is trying to go viral, sometimes the most powerful move is simply telling the truth. Diana Bahati just proved that, and we are all watching to see what happens next.